This is the talk show that takes a no-holds-barred approach to politics, where truth and integrity are the standard and the Constitution honored. From Renaissance Studios, this is Champion News Talk Radio.
Good Sunday morning to you, and welcome to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net, where you can get all of your latest political news. This is Carol Parisi reporting today with our founder, Jack Roser. And good morning, Jack. How are you?
Oh, just fine. I think we've got a nice program on with a woman that I really appreciate that has been doing all of the good hard work of politics. What an accomplishment. Ruth, you're a whiz, and glad to have you on this program.
Yes, our special guest today is Ruth O'Connell, Committeeman from Wheeling Township. Good morning. Thank you, Ruth, for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me to your show. And it's a privilege to be here.
Well, it's a privilege to have you on the show.
Quit being so doggone nice here. We're playing politics.
Uh-oh.
And Ruth, you've been a tremendous organizer of Republican politics. And tell us about what area and who are some of the people you're supporting now.
I am the committeeman for Wheeling Township, and we do deliver the largest Republican vote in Cook County. We're going to have a tremendous ticket of people, officials representing Wheeling Township, such as David Harris running in the 53rd. We have Tom Morrison running in our township, and we'll have Senator Matt Murphy. And then we're going to have two new men that are going to run in the township, and we're really excited. We've already endorsed them. One would be Dr. Ari Friedman and Jonathan Greenberg. So
what are they running for?
Dr. Ari Friedman is running in the 29th district as senator, and that is an open seat.
Illinois senator.
The Illinois senator, and it's an open seat. Sue Garrett is retiring, and then Jonathan Williams will be running against in the 57th against Elaine Neckritz. And as it looks right now, so we are excited. We've got a fabulous ticket in Wheeling Township. So
I do know Ari Friedman, Dr. Friedman. He's a baby doctor. Among other things, but he's really a very smart and well-ordered guy, and we have an absolutely top-notch candidate for the Senate.
Right.
He will be a leader when he's elected.
You know, I'd like to throw my oar in the water here about Dr. Friedman. They say there's no such thing as a perfect candidate. I truly think Dr. Friedman is the exception.
If you want to find the other side, I don't know about this really, but maybe we should ask his wife.
You know, he's served in the military as well as
That's right, yeah.
He's a doctor, which in order to be a doctor, there's a lot of tenacity that goes into that. He's a family man with 5 children. And he's a wonderful, brilliant man. It's been said that he will raise the General Assembly's IQ exponentially.
We do think that that's going to be a pickup seat for the Senate.
Yeah.
We definitely feel very strongly that he is going to win that seat.
Well,
he's a great candidate.
You got to feel strongly and work strongly. Politics is a tough racket, even for a man as accomplished as Dr. Friedman.
Right. He's great. And there you've got a lot of other good candidates there. You mentioned Tom Morrison.
We have Tom Morrison
Harris.
and right in the 53rd and the 54th. We don't think there's going to be a problem getting them through another election.
Those areas are where?
In Wheeling Township. We share both those candidates with Palatine Township and with Elk Grove Township. But they're outstanding candidates. We don't see a problem. In fact, when they were looking for a candidate to run in the 53rd, Tom Cross called and asked who I thought would be a good candidate, and I asked David Harris if he would consider and come back on board and be our candidate. And he's a very bright man.
You're the one that asked him aboard?
Yes.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Well, that is another really A-star best candidate. He served, I think, 12 years in the House before.
In the House.
And he quit to become the Adjutant General, which means in charge of the
National Guard. Right. Mm-hmm.
And then he spent a year in Iraq on reconstruction. He's a good-looking guy and certainly has good manners. That's another sterling candidate.
Yeah, gentleman.
He's really well qualified.
Right, and I think part of my job as a committeeman is to look for recruits that are going to we can bring forward to run for office, and we're excited about that. Dan Patlick is another candidate that moved into my township, and I said, come into the township. We got him on as our assessor at the township board. And, of course, now he's moved on to the Board of Review.
I've known Patlick a long time. There's people that arrive in politics and they're going to run for, big office. And they've never done any work for anybody else in politics or their neighborhood. They haven't done things. Patlick has got more work and less political baloney than anybody I know of. And I've known him for quite a few years. He's helped other people along the way, and he's doing a terrific job. That's the Board of Appeals, Cook County?
The Board of Review, right?
Board of Review on taxes.
Tax appeals, right.
Yeah, he used to work on that as one of the workers.
Right, he was under Maureen Murphy. He did some work for her, and it gave him the knowledge of how the Board of Review works. But I can remember sitting in one of your training sessions here in Liberty Hall with Dan Patlick, and it goes back a few years.
Oh yeah, he helped people all the way back to like a park district in Chicago.
Right.
So there's a great guy, but you still got to work very hard to get elected in Cook County.
Yes. Exemplary leadership skills Dan Patlick has. He does. He's a leader. He's very committed, very focused, very dedicated.
Let's go back to Ruth.
Yes.
Ruth, what is your position with the Republican Party?
Right now, I am the Wheeling Township Committeeman. I'm also a deputy committeeman on the State Central Committee under Tolbert Chisholm. So I represent some of the township on that board. Also,
you're
the State Central Committee.
I understand that your area delivers the most votes of any in Cook County.
We do, and it is hard work. I mean, we did take the township board is all completely controlled by the Republicans, which do an excellent job. I'm also a trustee on the township board, but it is a well-ran township, and we just outworked the Democrats. They did challenge us, and we outworked them and kept every one of the 9 seats.
Now, what's the secret to your success? How do you get people to get out and get these precincts walked, and how do you integrate this with the grassroots movement they call the Tea Party, this new movement that's come upon us?
Well, you know what? I never ask anyone to work harder than I work. And I think a leader has to work hard.
What a standard that is.
A leader has to work hard. I have an open door. I don't put my name on the front door. I tell people when they come through the door that this is their office, that they're part of, if they live in Wheeling Township, they can come in, and it's, they belong here if they're Republicans, and it's, they're part of the office. And we have a lot of volunteers. You give them authority, and then you back away and you let them run with the job that you've given them. I'm a good organizer. I think that's a real skill I have, so I work hard at that, and I appreciate and I really commend people for helping.
You were just in an election, and you came within an inch of being elected Republican chairman of Cook County.
Right, I did. I thought that I had the most to offer with my leadership skills.
So.
Right, with my leadership skills, and several did. If I had one more township that would have come my way, we would have had enough votes to lead the county and be the chairman of Cook County. It's too bad. I think that I had a lot to offer with my organizational and leadership skills.
You're a proven performer in winning elections and organizing the party.
Right.
You're certainly stand for all of the good things in politics that are in the Republican platform.
Right.
You're an ethical politician. It's just a shame that you weren't elected, because on the record, you had the horses to do this thing. Proven record with a woman like you of such accomplishment, that should be rewarded. And I don't like to make enemies because we got an election coming up, and I've been trying to take the remains of the Republican Party after the debacle of the loss for governor of the state. That shouldn't have been lost, but you certainly are an example of how the thing should have been played out.
Yeah, we should have never lost the governor's
Never.
race. That
No.
So, and it shows that with such a, there was 20,000 votes that we needed, and we should have really taken that seat.
You know what? We're going to talk more to Committeeman Ruth O'Connell when we come back after the break, and how the Republican Party is going to be bold and bright in 2012.